Offensive line. Julio Jones, the talented freshman. Mike McCoy, the other wideout. McCall and Walker, the tight ends. And the running back who just strong second half of the year. True freshman Janoris Jenkins, black, with 6 interceptions. Wright and Joe Haden. And Urban Meyer, the head coach.
Although Urban Meyer has never faced Nick Saban as head coach.
Interesting, huh?
Yep.
John Parker Wilson. Julio Jones breaks a tackle. Missed from behind. He does not have the angle, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Major Wright caught up with him.
Florida has been gambling and loading the box. This time they're playing man-to-man coverage with Haden off instead of man-to-man press. One-on-one, great protection up front, perfect throw, and then Julio Jones does this about as well as anybody. Look at him break down and then reverses field. He is so strong. I really think he's the pressure point that has to start for Alabama to open up this Florida defense.
Janoris Jenkins, number 29.
There's Haden and also Janoris Jenkins. Both of the Florida corners are very good, by the way, but they're 4, 5, 6 inches shorter than Julio Jones. It demands a safety help over the top. Pretty surprised that time that Alabama, you can see it right there, it's almost a head taller than Haden.
3rd down, 10.
This thing popped open. You know, the proverbial cork in the bottle was the pass to Julio Jones. Since then, this
blitz. Oh, boy, did they come at him. And there is no flag at the 20-yard line. Janoris Jenkins covering. And Will Hill and Brandon Spikes had a meeting at John Parker Wilson's middle.
Well, you got to admire the courageous throw here by John Parker, because these guys come right in on him. Watch, he knows he's going to get hit. Stands in there and throws the ball. He stepped right into those 2 guys to throw that ball. His teammates will notice that. That is spectacular quarterbacking by John Parker. And that
Haden's left ankle, they took his cleat and sock off, they taped it up. He did some running on the sideline. He was definitely wincing a bit and limping, but obviously you see him back out there.
Yeah, I think you got to go at him, don't you? You got to test him.
3rd and 1. 1:50 to go first half. 17-10. Florida.
They're right there.
That's a lot of security for that bunch. Pass is incomplete. Joe Haden, he was tested.
He was, but he had help deep that time, so he could squat on that play. Major Wright was behind him, so they were protecting the angle, and Alabama really didn't take advantage of the coverage. Watch Major Wright come back here to help. Squats. There's Major Wright leaning that way. Not quite as bad as I thought. Pretty good read, actually, by
blitz. Wilson caught by Julio Jones. Right in front of Major Wright, number 21. And that is an Alabama first down, a gain of 18.
When we talk about matchups, Julio Jones is going to go out of safety this time for Alabama because the corner blitz was picked up by Alabama. So Julio runs a route against Major, and you see Major Wright is not comfortable with the ball in the air like Haden and Jenkins are. He's a safety.
Right.
They're not built the same.
And that 18-yard gain gives Alabama a first down. They get out of a huge hole. John Parker Wilson, play action, right side. A lot of zip on the ball. It's Julio Jones again, and he reaches out to the 37-yard line. Well, 17-10 here. We said McElwain is in his first year as the offensive coordinator. Here's play action. John Parker Wilson, a little high, but it's caught.
Wow.
Oh, boy, Julio Jones.
Is he gifted or what? That was a great throw by John Parker. But he is so comfortable. Watch him go out and snap this ball. It's the deep square in. Terry Bradshaw's favorite pass. Off a play-action pass. Well, it's all of our favorite passes.
Oh, there you are.
The square in. And Julio Jones, watch him get inside, straighten up, and then come to the inside and jump up and just snap it with it. He's a hand catcher. You love it as a quarterback.
That's a gain of 14. He's got 4 receptions for 102 yards.
The ball, they're mixing it up, okay? And they're keeping the Florida offense on the sideline.
Julio Jones had a 64-yard catch on the second Alabama possession. That set up a touchdown. He subsequently caught 3 more. He goes to the right.
Still 2 deep safeties for Florida.
Coffey has 14 carries for 87 yards. Play action. Oh boy, did they fool Tratto. Now look at John Parker Wilson he's got a man open. Overthrows him.
Wow. I tell you, this kid is impressive, Julio Jones. He broke his route off. He saw that John Parker Wilson was in trouble, so instead of coming across the formation, he stopped and went the other way. He's got to be out of gas. Bootleg coming back, defended perfectly by Florida this time. Nothing there. He looks back for Julio Jones. Julio Jones sticks his hand up and just overthrown.
This is the 11th.
Are starting to land.
Coffey has crossed over 100. You saw that graphic. Play action again. Gets a good block from Coffey. Julio Jones to the 11.
They've got this Florida team guessing. Watch how disciplined Julio Jones is. He comes and it's square. He does not round this thing off. One-on-one coverage. Comes down, fakes it, square, right down the line. That is so good. Every quarterback that's ever played says, oh, I wish my guys would run those square ins just like that.
He's a 6'4" freshman from Foley, Alabama. He's caught 5 in this game for 124 yards. John Parker Wilson with a pump fake. Goes deep right side for Julio Jones. Double coverage. Oh, that was close. Incomplete. Uh-oh. Jones down. Notice how quiet it got.
Yeah. Try to hitch and go on first down. You can see Major Wright, number 21, come in there late. He still favors Julio Jones' side on every play.
2nd and 10.
Blitzed. Alabama picked it up, and then Alabama completed the pass. What will Charlie Strong do this time?
You see Julio Jones out for 1 play, back on the field. Nikita Stover wide to the left. Coffey, the running back, on 3rd and 8. Wilson hit as he lets it go. Intercepted. Joe Haden has it. He's down the near sideline. He goes to his right. That should put the cork in the bottle.
And Julio Jones is tied for 4th in the NFL with 67 catches.
Yeah, but it's been 44 catches in 7 weeks since Julio Jones found the end zone, and that is unusual for one of the best receivers in the league.
Last touchdown for Jones week 3 against Tampa Bay. Joe Haden had his first interception of the season last week against the Texans.
And we expect to fully see he and Julio Jones locked up most of the day. That's a big challenge for both of those guys. Well, it's going to take 3 or 4 guys to replace him as his individual player all over the football field.
Ryan looking left, fires left, and it's incomplete. Intended for Julio Jones, and once again Buster's screen on the coverage for Cleveland.
This looked like a drop to me. Screen gets there, but he gets there a half second after the ball actually bounces off Jones' shoulder pads, and that's rare that the ball gets into his body. It looked like, well, it was a wobbler, but Julio Jones is going to look at himself and say, man, I should have caught that. There's no question that was just a flat drop. The defender was there.
Ryan pump fakes, now looking deep for Julio Jones, incomplete. Threw it just a little bit behind him. Joe Haden on the coverage for the Browns.
Well, a few things happening on this one. You had one-on-one, which is exactly what Matt Ryan saw before the snap, why he checked it. They knew Gibson was coming from the backside, and Cleveland, they told us they want to disguise their coverages better. Matt Ryan figured him out. He just didn't make the throw, and that's kind of what it's come down to this year. When they've had opportunities to make the plays up the field, they have not cashed in. They've got to start making those plays.
Ryan rolls out, now fires, end zone for Jones, touchdown! His first touchdown since week 3 against Tampa Bay.
Deep crossing route, Joe Haden in coverage, and Dante Whitner steps up to a shallow cross. Watch Whitner, he's going to move away from it onto Roddy White, and he can't get back in time to cover Julio Jones. Joe Haden trying to keep Julio Jones from getting up the sideline like we saw one play ago. Gives up the deep cross, hoping for some help inside, and there's just too many guys in there for the safety to cover.
Yes, and this quarter begins with 3rd and 9 for the Falcons. Ryan looking deep for Jones, and it is intercepted. Joe Haden, back-to-back weeks with a pick.
Well, during the break, Steve Tasker had them to throw. They're backed up in their own end zone. I think it was a bad decision to try to throw the football here, especially at Joe Haden, who's one of the very, very best cover guys in the NFL. Tremendous play by Joe Haden, second interception on the year.
First time in Matt Ryan's last 90 pass attempts that he has thrown an interception. Ryan pumping. Pass is deflected at the line and incomplete. We go back to New York tonight. So following the penalty, first down and 18. Ryan looking for a deep shot to Julio Jones, and it's incomplete. Joe Haden stride for stride with Julio Jones.
You know, actually, Andrew, I think Julio Jones had a chance. This is the kind of play I was talking to some people before the game. They've had opportunities up the field. You can see a ball over the top to Julio Jones. Instead of outside, he might have a chance to go get that ball. Matt Ryan's got to get that ball out in front of him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That ball's got to be out into the field. Joe Haden played that perfectly, but Julio Jones, what a great receiver. When he got a step on Haden, you see how he cut him off and ran in front of him. And that's where Ryan's got to see it and put the ball in front, not to the side.
Ryan with time over the middle, and he connects with Julio Jones down to the 28. First down, Falcons.
Great protection again for Matt Ryan. You let these big receivers get up the field uncontested. Joe Haden has been doing a good job contesting Julio Jones most of the day, but right there, free release, big target over the middle, clean pocket for Matt Ryan. That's a recipe for failure.
9-yard line for a first down. Ryan fires, caught right at the 9-yard line. Julio Jones makes the catch, and it's 1st and goal for the Falcons. Time continues to tick. Now inside 1 minute to go, and the Falcons have called their first timeout. Ryan will start this drive in the air, looking deep for Julio Jones, incomplete. Once again, Joe Haden matched up with Julio Jones and had good coverage on that play.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew. This was great coverage by Joe Haden. This time Matt Ryan got the ball out in front of Julio Jones. He can't quite make the catch, but that would have had to have been an absolutely perfect throw.
Yeah, we talked to Joe Haden. He said this is going to be just like back in college. Haden, of course, Florida, and Julio Jones at Alabama. He said they went against each other a few times and was looking forward to challenging him again.
Ryan back to the air, fires, end zone, incomplete, flag down. He threw that one into double coverage. And a couple of the Browns are still down on the ground. That's Joe Haden.
Yeah, Sean, Gibson and Haden are both down. They crashed in, converging on that pass.
Holding. Defense, number 23. 5-yard penalty, automatic. Touchdown.
And both Haden and Gibson still down on the ground.
That was a very, very dangerous throw by Matt Ryan. He had Roddy White singled up top. But you see right here, Julio Jones, Joe Haden coming underneath. I don't know where the penalty was.
Had one hand, his right hand looked like it was before that. He grabbed a handful of jersey just for a split second.
And Jim Leonard has taken the spot up to Sean Gibson. Ryan to Julio Jones down to the 6-yard line. And that's good for an Atlanta first down. It's 1st and goal.
Atlanta immediately sees Joe Haden come back into the game. They decide they want to test him. Julio Jones just ran a simple hook route. Had a nice clean free release again, and big.
Ryan looking deep for Julio Jones, matched up with Haden, incomplete. That's been a great battle today between those two Pro Bowlers.
And this, I like what Matt Ryan does here. He gives it a jump ball opportunity to the big wide receiver on the outside. Julio Jones goes up and almost comes down with that ball. That's one, if you take another step, maybe he can go up and get that football. Good effort. Great coverage again by Joe Haden.
It's just so fun to see two guys who are really among the elite guys at their position go one-on-one.
Just competing.
Yeah, that's why this is a great game.
Ryan feeling the heat again. Intercept. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, Buster Screen had it in his hands. And again, it was K'Wan Williams applying the pressure on Matt Ryan.
Go ahead, Steve.
Julio Jones saves the interception, just turning around and runs right into the front of Screen. Watch this, and he hits it, catches it, and then knocks it away. Heads up. Tremendous play by Julio Jones, and Matt Ryan taking another shot. 20 yards in field position to allow them to try the field goal.
Took a lot of time there. Matt Ryan throws to Jones into Cleveland territory, down at the 46-yard line. It'll be